Okay, so we're back, and this is the Geekery, like I was saying before the commercial break. And considering our guest tonight, Shalise Blythe, is a huge fan of Alan Moore and the Watchmen, because I can see a Dr. Manhattan over your shoulder there. Yay.
And.
Oh, you got one too. I was about to just say that I have a friend that just barely got one of those too. And I'm like, that's a cool tattoo. And some people are like, I have no idea what that means. I'm like, you've never read one of the best comics ever made.
They got the tattoo, but they don't know what it means?
No, the guy did, but other people were commenting on it. I'm like, sweet, you got a hydrogen tattoo. Yep. And I'm like, you should have got a deuterium one or tritium one. Shut up, science nerd.
Shut up! It's symbolic on different levels.
I know. I like the idea of having extra protons is it extra neutrons? I don't know.
Electrons.
Yeah. Deuterium is heavy. It's heavy water, so it's what, 2 electrons instead of the 1.
Hydrogen has 1. Oxygen
no, I'm saying like, but there are ones that have extra because hydrogen has a proton and electron. Basically, it's most basic you can get. There is a version of hydrogen where it's heavy hydrogen, where they were talking about this for cold fusion. Yeah. Where it has, I can't remember what the extra little bit is in there, but it makes all the fucking
electrons.
Difference. Yeah. Probably because if you change the proton, that becomes a new element.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Anyway, fucking nerds. So I wanted to bring it up to the panel that we are currently living in the same type of era as the Watchmen. I mean, we're not exactly. I mean, things are a lot different than they were when Watchmen was originally written, but I mean, there are a lot of parallels because that's a timeless comic that you can probably read into and see that we are technically living in the same kind of era.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the brink of World War III, every day there's something new always going on. I think our biggest concern right now would probably be our relations with Russia.
That's a bit of a worry.
I can definitely see the parallels between the two. I mean, obviously, Alan Moore wrote the book back in the 80s.
Before he became a wizard.
Was that before he became the wizard? Did he kind of go nuts after Watchmen?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, he was he's come out and said he hates that comic now.
Yeah, he worships the lizard, a lizard god or something like that. I don't care. I love him. He can do whatever he wants.
Wasn't he here in Salt Lake last year, or was that, who am I thinking of? Who was the big author that came through?
Neil Gaiman. You were thinking
Neil Gaiman, yeah, okay. Yeah, totally different, but,
No, Alan Moore.
Another fucking amazing writer, though.
Yeah, he sits in his house in England, and he writes amazing things, and he wants nothing to do with anything. Anymore, so.
Here's a book. Fuck you.
No, my hero.
It's amazing, actually. You think about it.
Oh man, I'd love it if I never had to leave my house.
I am one of those people too, where I'm like, I'm okay here. I don't need to. I don't need much.
I have the internet, and food gets delivered to your house nowadays. So there's no need.
Yeah, you can get, like, non-delivery stuff delivered to your house now, too.
Dude, you get Blue Apron and stuff now. They actually say if you're interested in cooking, they'll send everything to your house. You don't need to do anything.
Yeah, but I'm a picky eater. Most of the time, I don't want half that shit in my food. Anyway, we're minutes away from the doomsday clock striking midnight with what you said, Russia and our relations with them. They're invading Crimea and North Korea setting off yet another fucking nuclear test the day before we start doing this.
Yeah, North Korea's going apeshit.
Yeah, their 5th one this year. And all we keep doing is, you better knock it off. You better stop that. I think we're eventually going to reach a point where we do get more heavy-handed, but...
Well, to be fair, I mean, it's hard to know what they're capable of, but I think it's fair to assume that we're capable of a lot more, so...
Yeah, we could do a lot worse than they could.
Yeah. Obviously, you hope it never comes to that, but... I saw
their video of them launching a submarine-based ICBM or some sort of rocket coming out of... And it looked like a silver garbage can coming out of the water. It looked like somebody photoshopped it, but it looks so like 80 years ago technology. It's amazing. North Korea is going to become like the steampunk world.
Yeah, well, and apparently you can't be sarcastic there anymore, too. That was in the news today, so...
Yeah.
No, really?
Yeah, no, I don't, obviously I haven't scoped it, so this could be completely, I could be quoting something completely fictitious, but I saw in the news today about how Kim Jong-un outlawed sarcasm because he couldn't, like, he wanted to make sure that if people were agreeing with him, that it wasn't sarcastically, like it was legit.
No, really?
Yeah, so I might need to scope that, but I was seeing it all over the news today, so...
I don't know. That does sound totally like something he would do.
See, that's the thing. That was the whole reason I didn't bother scoping it at first, because I was like, yeah, no, that guy's absolutely fucking crazy. Like, of course he would do.
Like, the next thing I expect is him outlawing jokes that he doesn't understand.
They hate us because they ain't us.
Yeah. Oh, I could totally see that happening.
Go watch The Interview, people. That's a brilliant fucking movie.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that gave it shit because like there was all the controversy that was surrounding it, but that movie made me fucking laugh. And it was stupid, but it made me laugh.
That's what I like about those movies. They're so dumb, but that's kind of the fun in it. That's the whole purpose of it. Yeah.
You're gonna have to fight the tiger. I'm not gonna fight the tiger. The fucking probe knocks. And the dude chewing the bacteria thing, whatever it was, gum. He thought it was gum, but it was actually the thing to kill the. Yeah. And he progressively gets sicker and sicker as the movie goes on. Oh, I love that movie. So, we're currently living in an era, to get back to the topic, where people are completely comfortable living in a lie rather than, looking at the stark world we live in. So, there's a bunch of Rorschach there because that's a man that never shied away from the truth. Except when it came to his own self, really.
Yeah, well, the Rorschach character is somebody who saw everything in black and white, and the reason why, he is presented as Rorschach is that there's no gray area. Either you're good or you're bad. And, the way in which he judged people's goodness and badness was obviously completely subjective. Mm-hmm. And it was on such a small scale. So, you think about the character. I read something somewhere where they were comparing the two people, Ozymandias and Rorschach, and how their philosophies, how they could have, if they could have gone either way, how that would have worked out in the scenario of which the story is based. So you have Rorschach, who has that complete black and white. There's no nuance. You're either good or you're evil, and he's the one that's going to pass that judgment. And he passes that judgment on the people actually performing the acts. Mm-hmm. And how that enables change is very slow. And then you have Ozymandias, who he has there's a particular word I'm trying to think of, and it's not coming to me right now, but it's a particular point of view where the means are worth the end. No, so when it comes to, so in Ozymandias' mind, obviously his way of solving the problem was to murder millions of innocent lives
to save all life.
To save all life, to avert World War III from happening. And so you have one bad guy that the entire world can, channel their anger and their hatred towards, to be that scapegoat so that they don't turn on each other. So, his was obviously very drastic, and it was, the end, the end is totally worth the means of which you get there. So. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad in the movie they decided not to go with the giant, a psychic squid.
Yeah, well, being somebody who loves the graphic novel, when I saw the movie, obviously everyone noticed and everyone was angry about it. I wasn't angry. I liked it. I thought it made a lot of sense because
I'm a defender of the movie because there's a lot of people. I remember watching the first trailer when it came out. I think they did it during it was during Dark Knight, like when they were showing that in the theater. They showed the first trailer of it.
Pumpkins in the background. You're seeing these characters, like nothing's being said really. There's that little snippet with Rorschach, but really it's just these images. And you're seeing them on screen and you're like, holy fucking shit, they're doing it. Really? Yeah. And I lost my mind.
I was in the audience and I'm like, no fucking way.
Yeah.
And I was at a special a geek screening. There's a local guy here in Utah that has a network of podcasts. His name is Scott Johnson. He does all sorts of geek stuff. Anyway, he rented out a whole theater out in fuck, it's out like past Draper. It was way the fuck out there.
Okay.
But he rented out a whole theater and he gave free tickets to anybody that asked for him that lived local. And so we went to go see it. And so they're showing this trailer and it ends and like nobody's saying anything. I'm like, come on, that's Watchmen. The fuck, people? You're here to see Batman and you don't know Watchmen? Fuck you.
Yeah. Yeah, they'll tell you all day long they love Killing Joke and they've never heard of Alan Moore before. Yeah.
God.
I'm not.
I will
bad comic nerds.
I will defend the movie every day I'm alive. I loved it so much. I think, considering the source material and how involved and complicated it all was, I think they did a really good job. And I think it's unfortunate that Alan Moore, From Hell and League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, he had such negative experiences working with those movies that he completely disavowed any other reproduction of his work. And I was like, I wish this was the one that he saw, because I think of all of them, I haven't seen Killing Joke yet, but I think of all of the reproductions of his work, like Watchmen is pretty.
For Killing Joke, there's a lot of people that have issue with Barbara Gordon. The
Batgirl
dating Batman. Yeah.
I've heard about it. Yeah.
It's like that was kind of already insinuated with like Batman Beyond and a bunch of other comics. So.
Yeah.
The problem is that what they're trying to do is like Killing Joke isn't that long of a run. And so it's the one. It's hard for you to make a feature length out of something that's only like, I think 5-6 issues or something like that. I can't remember what the run was.
Yeah, it's very short.
I mean, it barely fills up a trade paperback. It's just like a Death in the Family. I've got the Death in the Family trade paperback over here, and it's like 100 pages of it is, or not even 100 because it's less than that. It's like 80 pages is Death in the Family. Then they give you like 40 pages of like Teen Titans. I'm like, wait a minute, fuck! Like, why did I buy this? But anyway, with Watchmen, I really quite fucking enjoyed the movie. For anybody that hasn't seen it yet and you've never read the comic, honestly, if you get the director's cut, and this is a Zack Snyder thing, and I don't know why he can't release movies that are fully, released in the theater. Like every one of his movies has a director's cut where it's like 40 minutes longer. Mm-hmm. This one's no different.
And they're better movies. Yeah,
they are. I mean, look at Sucker Punch. Like Sucker Punch in the theater. Yeah, good luck in fucking enjoying that movie. I mean, a lot of people did, but like when you get the director's cut, you're like, oh, this makes a lot more sense now. Just like Batman vs Superman, the extended Ultimate Edition was fucking amazing. A lot better than the one you got in the theater, and I'm a defender of that one too, but it just seems like Zach keeps getting fucked over by the studio when it comes to releasing a complete movie, because they're more worried about ticket sales than they are about complete products.
Yeah.
But anyway, we don't want to talk about industry. Let's see. So I was going to say that if we had to, I wanted to play a quick game. Who would you relate to the characters of Watchmen? And for people out there that don't know what we're talking about, go watch the movie, read the graphic novel. There's a lot of people out there that really do know what Watchmen is all about, especially geeks. So, for me, I was going to start with Ozymandias, Elon Musk. He's a guy trying to bring us into a more peaceful and more complete time, but he keeps hitting.
I can get back. I think that would be a close. I think that would be a close comparison. Yeah.
Rorschach, Alex Jones.
I'll give you that.
I don't know.
That's a guy that lives in fucking absolutes, and he's bonkers. So
I don't think Rorschach's that crazy.
No, Rorschach's absolutely insane, but you really like his character because you know who he's going after, and so you're totally fine with it.
Well, yeah, he's crazy as shit, but he's logical.
I like beans.
It's a logical crazy. It's okay, yeah, I get it. I see where you're coming from. But Alex Jones is just fucking out there. I don't know.
Well, keep in mind who Rorschach sent all of his shit to.
Yeah.
He sent it to the InfoWars people.
Yeah.
So really. Let's see. Who would make a good comedian? I mean, besides the character we got played in the movie theater, in the movie production, because I can't remember his name, but he's the guy that's playing Negan on Walking Dead right now.
Oh, yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. I can't remember the actor's name.
But really great fucking actor. And the role that he played in that movie, oh my God, he was so good at it.
He was amazing.
Who would be a good comedian?
It's all too fucking funny.
I'm blanking. I'm absolutely blanking.
I would make a joke like Donald Trump, but that would just be mean.
No, Donald Trump doesn't deserve the comedian.
No, not at all.
Well, because he doesn't see the world as it is, he doesn't laugh at the fact that we have impending doom coming at us.
No, he's actually just that. And he's not I won't get into it, but
great comic. Fucking, I love this book. I'm gonna go read it again soon. I actually need to. I try to read it yearly with Kingdom Come. I try to read both of those in the same year because, god damn it, what a great book. Let's see. Let's ditch that one. How about we need a hero, but none are lined up considering the next batch of politicians. That's another problem that we have is that, you have Night Owl, which, he was the most reluctant fucking hero, even though he was the guy that had all the cool stuff. He had all the means and the know-how, but he just kind of gave up and got fat.
So we're talking about Bill Gates.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
I don't know. I'd say maybe Sanders.
No, he tried. He honestly gave it a decent try, but the game was stacked against him. And I'm not one of those people that is just trying to be conspiracy theorist or anything. But honestly, he was an independent that tried to run as a Democrat, and that weighed heavily into his disfavor.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, if he was a Democrat running as a Democrat before, it would have made a lot more sense. Well, you guys are both yawning. It's been a long fucking day, huh?
Yes, it has.
I've been up 5:30. It's been a day.
I know that feeling. So, what do you guys think our giant squid moment will be? What do you guys think it's going to be for us here in the United States? I mean, not worldwide, but just here.
Giant squid moment.
Voting Trump into office.
Oh shit.
Maybe. I mean, it would have to be something. It would have to be something like that, where
the whole rest of the world,
somebody in power was so. It was such a destructive force that we can only see everything just going downhill from there. I mean,
Yeah. So is it America's turn to have a Hitler then? Is that what we're thinking? Is that?
No.
We'll need some other countries to come band together and beat the shit out of our great and illustrious leader. After all the cool people finally decide to leave before the purge happens.
No, we'll all vote Hillary in. We'll all vote Hillary in out of fear of Trump, and then we'll just go with it for 4 years. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, because honestly, you have a choice between your right arm or both legs. It's like, And, okay, she's not that bad, but she is pandering like a motherfucker. She is doing the political thing, and I understand that's what she thinks she has to do to get elected, but ugh.
Well, at the end of the day, honestly, at the end of the day, you just have to decide which one's worse.
Yeah, and I think we can see the writing on the wall, and we're all going to be voting Gary Johnson.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Who doesn't know what the fuck Aleppo was?
Oh, God.
What is that exactly? Dude, what? You're running for president and you don't know.
It's a bad sign when the person interviewing you has to say, "You're kidding, right?"
Well, to be fair, a lot of the people who were sharing those photos of the kid during that attack, I mean, they were mostly the ones who had to Google that term when that story came out. So.
Oh, yeah. And speaking of which, I saw that there is a documentary coming up on Netflix called The White Helmets. That people should check out because it's about the first responders in Syria.
Oh, wow.
When bombings and shit happen, they're called white helmets because they wear like white crash helmets because concrete and shit.
Right.
So I watched the trailer for it and I'm like, oh my God, I don't know if I'll be able to watch this. I mean, I feel like we should as citizens of this earth realize what the fuck is going on over there, but.
Absolutely.
So anyway, what do you guys think it'll take for the world for us to snap out of it and learn how to fuck to get along with other people?
Huh.
How about ridding the world of religion? That'll work.
I was going to say
that'd be a good step.
I think it's
not about religion.
It's going to be at the point where we think Trump's going to win and all the taco trucks leave. When all the taco trucks return to Mexico, we'll realize things we fucked up.
I don't want the taco trucks to leave. Like, street tacos are the best, man.
No, come back.
No, please. No, I need some linguiça. No. Okay, that's enough for the geekery. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that fun little segment. We could go on and on and on, but you know, we're going to go ahead and jump into Fun with Real Audio. And I don't know if Felicia's making it. I haven't heard word from her yet, so.
Oh, I haven't either. Maybe it was just that good.
It was that good. What are you talking about? Anyway, this is Utahcast. We'll be right back.